LOL Superman. In 2006, a video supposedly began to make its rounds on the internet titled LOL Superman. This video was said to have been filmed during 9/11, capturing footage of people jumping off the Twin Towers and hitting the ground, serving as a sort of shock video. The video was said to have been taken down, with rumors spreading that the US government had seized the footage and removed all traces of the video from the internet. The earliest mention of this video was in September 2015. A 4chan user had recounted their experience seeing the video, alleging that the video was hosted, quote-unquote, back in the early days of YouTube, and featured graphic imagery of the jumpers. The post reads as follows: "When I was relatively young, possibly about 8, 9, or older, I can remember on YouTube, back in the early days before a lot of rules and restrictions, there being a channel. At the time, I obviously didn't know, but it was a trollish kind of channel that uploaded a lot of videos from the perspective of very close to the base of one of the towers. I'm not sure which one specifically, but it was very close to the people that jumped. You could actually see them hit the floor and cars that were below them and see the damage done to them and such. It was very disturbing and unpopular, and the comments were very hateful towards the uploader, as I can't remember most of them, but one of them was along the lines of quote-unquote LOL Superman, and it depicted a person falling from one of the towers and landing onto a car, I believe. I haven't been able to find these clips since, and was wondering if anyone else had seen them or has knowledge of them. They were literally filmed a couple of meters away from the bottom of one of the Twin Towers, and the channel was disabled not long after. Any clues?" On July 30th, 2022, Reddit user The Sketchy Dude made a post on the r/Lost Media subreddit, looking for more information on the video. As such, the video and its search received increased attention. Unlike the 4chan thread, the Reddit post got more attention, causing the search to grow. There were several claims made about what was in the video. It is believed by the OG 4chan poster that the video begins as two cameramen are making their way up the stairs towards the plaza and then quickly running to one of the sides of the North Tower. It is then alleged that a single body or multiple bodies fall onto the pavement, as well as the close-up shots of the bodies that have landed are shown, before the cameramen make their way out of the plaza. Other people online speculate that the video depicts bodies falling from the towers and impacting nearby cars, although the original poster on Reddit discredits this as highly unlikely. Now for the thumbnail. The thumbnail that was accompanied with the Reddit post was a picture showing the purported location that was at the beginning of the LOL Superman video. For the longest time, this screenshot was believed to have come from the story, and was one of the main pieces to prove that the video existed. However, the thumbnail was proven to not be from the LOL Superman video. On January 24th, 2023, Reddit user GToons Animation discovered the original video that contains the thumbnail. The video in question contains footage taken from a tourist from China's visit to the World Trade Center on June 10, 2001. At approximately 1 minute and 35 seconds into the video, the screenshot is shown. The date this video was taken completely predates 9/11. The original image associated with LOL Superman was debunked. On November 26, 2022, a Redditor by the name Cool-Big1520 was alleged to have sent a Freedom of Information Act FOIA request to the FBI in order to obtain the video, but that they had declined to share the footage due to it being used as evidence in an ongoing criminal case, likely that of Khalid Shakid Mohammed, I'm sorry if I butchered his name, seemingly confirming that the FBI did indeed hold footage that may be or contain the LOL Superman video in question. On May 27, 2023, YouTuber Blame It on George featured LOL Superman in his video, discussing this case called Disturbing Lost Media from Reddit. In it, he interviewed one of the moderators of r/9/11 archive, who said they doubted the existence of the video, stating that it might have been misremembering and could have just been shock videos that were on the internet at the time. As of the making of this video, there is no footage or solid proof to prove that LOL Superman exists. If it does exist, the video may exist under the FBI's archives, which would make it hard to have anything released of it. The 2006 volleyball incident. The 2006 volleyball incident refers to an alleged school shooting that occurred in 2006 at a high school volleyball game in either Nebraska or South Dakota. that killed 17 to 24 people, with the number varying depending on who you ask. With this story, pictures accompanied it, showing the supposed aftermath of the incident, showing a pretty gory sight. It has been speculated online that the US government was at the school searching for a wanted person when open fire happened, causing the government to cover up this incident by paying off the media and paying off any parents, etc. The earliest mention of this incident comes from a 4chan post made on April 3, 2017. The post featured a conspiracy theory iceberg, in which at the bottom of the iceberg had an entry titled "The 2006 Volleyball Incident." This caused many online to question what this entry was about, and hence how the story started. The lost media of this entry comes from the footage of the supposed incident, as well as any other photos that were taken of the event but have not been released. Many have speculated that video footage exists due to the pictures looking like they were shot on a VHS, and others online have stated that they have viewed the footage of the event. In June 2024, Mudahar from the YouTube channel Some Ordinary Gamers uploaded a video titled "I Found a Disturbing Cult Website on Deep Web 209, in which he came across alleged photos from the incident.
2006 volley. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna have to blur this one. Jesus Christ, that's actually like death footage. I think I remember this. I was searching around for some sort of proof of this happening, and apparently it's a snippet from a home video. Oh my god. We have to blur that out. I gotta make sure we note that, blur it real quick. Let me add that to the notes here. Jesus. This has to be from like a movie. There's no way. This has to be from like some movie. It's crazy as hell.
The bizarre part of the story is that nothing was ever mentioned about it. When you search it up, you won't find any news articles, media, etc. There is no record of this incident occurring. Nothing exists because this incident never happened. The pictures that are associated with this event were found to be taken from Utica High School in Ohio due to the similar gym walls. It also seems like a lot of the photos that were used were heavily edited or made to seem bad when they weren't. For example, in one of the pictures, there appears to be what looks like red body bags, but body bags usually aren't red, they're black. Another picture used the title "CBI Not for Release." CBI stands for the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, and as we've established, the gym location was in Ohio, not Colorado. It was speculated by the YouTuber Scare Theater that the CBI Not for Release was taken from the Columbine school shooting footage. There was an actual incident that did happen in 2006 though, but not at a volleyball game. On September 27, 2006, an incident known as the Plate Canyon High School hostage crisis occurred in Bailey, Colorado, in which a gunman had taken 7 female students hostage. He essayed some of them and eventually shot one of them, then turned the gun on himself. Ultimately, the 2006 volleyball incident does not exist due to its inauthenticity. The only question that remains though is where did the photos used in this story come from? The Babushka Lady photographs. The Babushka Lady refers to a mysterious lady that was present at the assassination of John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963 in Dallas, Texas. In the photos taken with her present, she was seen wearing a babushka-style headscarf, tan trench coat, and sunglasses. She was seen either taking photos or filming the event, more particularly when the assassination happened. Many thought it was questionable that she remained standing and taking photos while everyone else dropped to the ground. This lady was at and still remains at the center of conspiracy theories regarding the assassination, with many speculating that she was in some way involved with the event. She became a person of interest, and whatever media she took was ultimately seized by authorities. The identity of the woman has never been confirmed. It also has been questioned if the woman was a woman at all. In 1970, a woman named Beverly Oliver came forward claiming that she was the Babushka Lady. Beverly claimed that she had been recording the motorcade using a Yashica Super 8 camera and had turned over her film to 2 men claiming to be FBI agents. She didn't follow up due to fear of being arrested for marijuana possession. She later claimed she knew Jack Ruby, the man who killed Lee Harvey Oswald, but she had no evidence to prove this or her earlier story. Beverly would have been 17 years old in 1963, which she did not fit the physical stature of the Babushka Lady, and the camera Beverly claimed she used, the Yashica Super 8, was not released in the US in 1963. None of the Babushka ladies' photos or potential videos have ever resurfaced, nor have they even been confirmed to exist as a whole. (1986) Pre-Challenger Disaster State of the Union. On January 28, 1986, the NASA aircraft Challenger, which was said to have the first teacher in space, Krista McAuliffe, on board, had exploded due to the O-ring seals inside the boosters not being equipped to handle sub-zero temperatures, causing them to fail, leading to the explosion. Along with McAuliffe, the crew consisted of Francis Scooby, Michael Smith, Judith Resnick, Ellison Onizuka, Ronald McNair, and Gregory Jarvis. It is said that President Ronald Reagan was said to have hosted a State of the Union address on the day of the show's launch. However, due to the tragedy, he allegedly changed the course of his speech to focus on the tragedy and talk about the fallen astronauts as American heroes. According to some reports, Reagan's original State of the Union was going to have a portion where he would interact with the Challenger crew while they were in space. However, those claims have been dismissed and refuted by the Reagan administration. It still remains unknown if the original State of the Union address speech exists, as nothing was ever released of it and it has been dismissed by the administration at that time. The Mickey and Minnie Mouse sex tape. More so an urban legend and has been recounted by at least one source, the Mickey and Minnie Mouse sex tape refers to a video that two animators made for Walt Disney's 35th birthday in 1936. It was said that when the animation finished playing, Walt praised the animation and asked for the animators to come forward and take credit. When the two animators stood up, they were immediately fired from Disney. It is said that all copies of the animation were destroyed in order to preserve Disney's image. There was one report about the animation in a biography titled Walt Disney, Hollywood's Dark Prince, which was released in 1994. This book has faced controversy from Disney employees due to the errors and inconsistencies made throughout the book. In a 1995 documentary titled Secret Lives, they had mentioned the event, which has been one of the only times it has ever been recounted.
It was Disney's birthday. A couple of animators made a film of Mickey and Minnie fornicating and ran it, and everybody got a really good laugh out of it, and it was a very harmless bit of footage, at the end of which Disney stood up and said, that was great, that was fabulous animation. Who did that? And the animators who did raised their hands, and he fired them on the spot.
And nobody crossed him. If they did cross him, they were simply fired.
Many online have speculated that the animation does exist somewhere in Disney's vault, while others have stated that maybe it did happen, but the animation no longer exists, making this media that may not exist. Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Since there are 3 entries for Ed, Edd, and Eddy, I figured we can combine all 3. Ed, Edd, and Eddy Special Ed. Special Ed was a proposed episode concept in the late 1990s. There is very little known about the episode idea, but it was mentioned by show creator Danny Antonucci that the episode didn't happen because it was quote-unquote too real, and it would probably not be in line with the show's comedic nature. For a long time, many had speculated that the episode was in the planning, scripting, or animating stage before it was cancelled and that lost media existed of the episode. However, on October 10th, 2016, YouTuber Bedhead Bernie uploaded a video on the episode and debunked the claims that the episode had any potential lost media due to multiple pieces of evidence that proved the episode's existence is non-existent. Luck Be an Ed Tonight and A Room with an Ed are 2 episodes that were said to be released together during Season 5. However, when Season 5 came and went, the episodes were nowhere to be seen. Luck Be an Ed Tonight would have been about Ed finding out it's his lucky day according to his horoscope. A Room with an Ed would have been about Jimmy and Sarah kicking Ed out of his room in order to use it as a playroom. The only existence of these episodes possibly existing is in a Season 5 sneak peek list made by the Edtropolis page in 2005 and 2006. Overall, it is unknown if the episodes even started production, and it is possible that the Edtropolis website was wrong, as it has allegations of providing false information in the past. The 2 episodes' existence are unconfirmed. Lastly, Ed, Edd, and Eddy Junkyard Scramble was a rumored puzzle game made by Crawfish Interactive that had several listings on sites like eBay and Amazon, apparently costing $29.99. It was rumored by many that the game was cancelled in favor of Ed, Edd, and Eddy Jawbreakers. On October 1st, 2017, YouTuber Comic Kid uploaded a video talking about his interaction with Cameron Shepard, an employee at Crawfish Interactive, and had asked him about the game and what was left on it. Danny Antonucci had stated that the game was planned but had faced legal and rights issues due to Cartoon Network. There have been theories about Junkyard Scramble being a placeholder name for Jawbreakers before the name switch occurred, but this theory has never been confirmed. Ultimately, it has been confirmed that the game Ed, Edd and Eddy Junkyard Scramble is non-existent. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix original unmuted audio. At the end of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the character Bellatrix kills Harry's godfather, Sirius Black. After he is killed, Harry screams while Remus Lupin is holding him back. It is said that Daniel Radcliffe's scream was actually filmed on camera, but was muted, as David Yates, the director of the movie, felt that slowing the scene down would allow for the viewers to process the death that happened. He stated, "I want it to feel quite operatic. That's why it's slowed down. And yeah, I'd wish I'd slow it down even more, actually. In hindsight, I sort of wanted to really milk it." Rumor has it that Daniel's scream was so painful that it made some actors cry, and the directors did not feel comfortable having it in the movie. Allegedly, around the time of filming, Daniel had lost a family member, allowing him to let out his grief, causing the scream. However, there is genuinely no evidence of these theories being true, and there is no solid evidence proving that an unmuted version of the scream exists. SpongeBob. SpongeBob I Was a Teenage Gary is an episode in Season 1 in which Squidward takes care of Gary while SpongeBob is away. When he comes back, he discovered that Gary is now sick due to Squidward not taking care of him. SpongeBob needs to inject Gary with snail plasma, but asks Squidward to do it because he's squeamish. This causes Squidward to accidentally miss and hit SpongeBob with it. SpongeBob then transforms into a snail, and it's shown as pretty disturbing. Squidward is then later injected with the snail plasma and turns into a snail too. For the longest time, it was speculated that there was a deleted scene from this episode in which a scene shows Squidward transforming into a snail too, with some people saying it was disturbing to them as children. It was later proven that this scene never existed, and it was seemingly a Mandela effect due to someone having the original recording showing the scene in its entirety. Astrology with Squidward were shorts that were released on Nicktoons that aired from 2000 to 2001. They would show Squidward talking about the zodiac signs during the different times of the year.
Now, Astrology with Squidward. This is Leo, sign of the lion. Hear him roar. The typical Leo has a voice as pleasant as a dental drill. If you have a Leo in your family, I suggest you move out or buy earmuffs.
There were 6 shorts that were never shown: Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, and Scorpio. Because of that, a lot of people speculate that there were shorts that were lost, more specifically Virgo and Libra. After somewhat a long search, it was found that Virgo, Libra, and the other shorts that were speculated to be lost were not lost at all, but rather just didn't exist. Saki Sanobashi. Also known as Go for a Punch, Saki Sanobashi was an urban legend of an anime from the dark web that was released sometime in the 80s or 90s. The earliest mention seems to be from a 4chan post from February 21st, 2015, in which it stated the following: "Some weird anime about naked girls stuck in a large bathroom without doors, having a philosophical debate about never getting out of the bathroom. After losing hope and starving for some days, everything goes downhill. They just start screaming and yelling. Then they all commit suicide, either by smashing their heads on the floor or scratching their necks to bloody pieces. One girl helped the other to drown in the sink because she asked to hold her because she couldn't do it. I cried myself to sleep right after watching that vid because I just didn't even know anymore. Why would anyone draw that with such precision? It was goddamn horrifying. Looked 80ish in quality, audio too. Japanese dub, English sub. Lasted for about 30 minutes. No credits, but it seemed ripped. Voices sounded very young, but Japanese sound young in their 50s. Haven't found it or seen it again. The name of the vid was something along the lines of Go for a Punch. The OP later clarified some details about the characters, such as their appearance and hairstyle, and stated that they watched it in 2011 using a previewer on the dark web. It showed 9 girls in a bathroom with no doors or windows, 8 of whom who had a brown hairstyle, and the main character had a colored, almost white hime cut. There was no music, just ambience throughout the video. Due to this post, it sparked a lot of curiosity and began to start a small search for the anime. Many people did not believe the authenticity of this story, however, causing the story to be forgotten about. On July 3rd, 2018, a Twitter Evo Slayer reignited the search by stating, "Can one of you guys help me? I've been looking for a specific manga, but I don't remember the name of it. It was about 3 high school students who get trapped in a room and talk about their lives and stuff. I remember that they all end up eventually killing themselves, with one of them helping another girl drown herself, and the others banging their head on concrete. I can't find any information about this, but I know it's real. Anyone?" Okay, so it's banned in America. I'm gonna have to look around. Okay, so 2 things. It might have another name called Saki Sanobashi, and it might be loosely based off another manga called Dragonhead. Over the years, many have searched for this supposed lost media, but nothing has ever really came up regarding it except for this picture. This picture is heavily associated with the search, seemingly being a still from the anime, and this has been one of the main things that has proven its supposed existence. However, it has been confirmed to have not been a part of the anime at all. According to the Reddit user Conkers-Good-Furday, who posted this in the r/lost media subreddit, it reads the following: "The image of the blonde anime girl in a robe associated with Saki Sanobashi is not from anything remotely related to the infamous creepypasta lost media, and is instead from an obscure 1996 OVA titled School Ghost Stories. For the record, I'm on the side of Saki Sanobashi not existing, and believe this is yet another piece of evidence. Now don't get me wrong, it's not that I would put a plot like was seen in Saki Sanobashi past 80s/90s anime, but there is just no convincing evidence that it exists in my opinion. People have collectively misremembered things on a similar scale before, and I would think more would have shown up by now if it was regularly viewed across the internet. Also, Sanobashi is not a real Japanese last name, and specifically sounds like a Westerner trying to sound Japanese. But on the plus side, this is a fairly rare OVA that I put on my archive account for easy viewing, so you may enjoy that, if you don't mind the fact that there are no subtitles." Because of how long this search has gone on, with little to no evidence to prove this anime existed, especially also with the one picture not even being from the anime, it's more than likely that this was fake, and was just a ploy to throw people off track when looking for lost media.